Hi guys. So I've been getting a lot of questions lately about some of my older videos. I don't know why they're popping up on everybody's feed, these older ones. But I'm going to start renewing them, remaking them. Because many years ago, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to be remaking them again. The bacon, canning bread, canning rolls, making my fruit cocktail, and making soups. So what I'm going to be doing today is canning bacon. Now there's 3 ways that I have canned my bacon. One way is canning it raw. Another way is cooking it first, then canning it. And then, actually there's only 2 ways. I prefer to can it after it's been cooked. The main reason is you know how much bacon grease there is when you cook bacon. And when you're pressure canning it, you really don't want a lot of fat or grease in your jars, because when there's a lot of fat and grease, a lot of times that leads to your food going rancid. And if you put too much in the jar, it can get on the rim and it won't seal properly. So I prefer to cook my bacon first, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. Now, a lot of people say, why do you want to waste your time canning bacon? Just make it. Well, this is for being prepared. If you don't happen to have bacon and you've got some on your shelf, because it's shelf stable, just take it out. You can heat it up. You can make it into sandwiches. You can cut it up into whatever, your beans or your scrambled eggs. You can warm it up and have it with your breakfast in the morning. You can even buy canned bacon in the store. And it comes, when you buy the canned bacon, you get it out of the can and it unrolls. It's in parchment paper. So that's what I'm going to be using today. Now when you can cooked bacon, a lot of times I like to drizzle real maple syrup over the cooked bacon. That really gives it a nice sweetness to it. Some people even add sriracha sauce on it, the hot sauce. Or you can just leave it plain, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to be starting the bacon here, and then it has to be pressure canned. You cannot can bacon without using a pressure canner, okay? And I don't do quarts. I only do pints. And I try to take as much grease out of it as I possibly can. So after I cook it, I will dab it with a towel to get all the grease off, because I like as little grease as possible when I do my meats. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I can my bacon. This is going to be so good. So I have a lot of bacon here that I don't want to go bad. So like I said, you can cook it or you can put it in raw. It's whatever you want to do. But when you do it raw, you know how your bacon grease turns white after it solidifies? Well, that's what's going to look like in your jar. And it gets to be kind of a sticky mess. So here's a few pieces of bacon. I'm going to cut this off. This is the fat. This is some of the stuff that I don't want to use. Now you don't have to cut that off if you don't want to. I do it. And when you find bacon on sale, which is highly unlikely these days, you're going to want to keep it around for a while. Don't take the chance of putting it in the freezer, because there's going to be a lot of rolling blackouts. So that's another reason to can it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to let this cook, and I'll bring you back when it's ready to start being canned. Okay, so while this bacon is just about done, I'm going to move it over here onto the plate, and I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to show you another way that I'm going to be making the cooked bacon, so you never have to buy bacon bits again. I just love this thing. Okay, so take this out and let it cool. See, like there's no grease in the pan? That's because I cut that fat off. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going to show you a different way to cook the bacon. You make your own bacon bits. So I just take a big chunk, it's about 5 slices. I just cut it really thin. My dishwasher is running in the background, sorry guys. Okay, now this time I'm going to leave the fat, most of it. Okay. Turn this on low. And just kind of break it apart. So you're just going to be kind of cooking small pieces. Okay. If you like bacon, little bacon bits on your salad, or you want some bacon bits in your scrambled eggs, or anything that you make that you want bacon in, this is the easy way right here. And you can it the same way. So once this is all cooked and drained, I'm just going to grab it, put it in a small jar, and then pressure can it. That way you can just, when you want to use it, put in a spoon, scoop out what you need, and then put the rest in the fridge. Okay. And I'm going to let this bacon set a little bit so it's a little easier to handle. You Okay, it's almost done. This is the bacon that I chopped up. I like it on the crispy side, especially if we're going to go put it in salads and stuff. You don't want any of that gooey fat. Well, I think it's gooey. Others might like it, but we prefer to have our bacon a little on the crispy side. I mean, this is really easy. If you know how to pressure can meat, you can pressure can bacon. 75 minutes for pints, 90 minutes for quarts. I don't suggest quarts unless you remove a lot of the fat. I mean, if your bacon comes out really, really long, cut it in half and put it in a, you know, make it fit in a pint jar. And you can fit a pound of cooked bacon in a pint jar. Make sure you wrap it tight, and I will show you how to wrap. Okay, we're going to put it in the drain, on the paper to drain. I got about 15 more pieces of bacon that I want to cook up. So I'll get that done real quick. Okay, so this is going to drain. Look at that. Oh, looks good, guys. Okay, guys. So I got all the bacon done. So I'm going to be putting it in parchment paper. The non-waxy kind. It has to be no wax. You can use the brown butcher paper if you have it. Okay. So you can take the bacon and just lay it just like that. I just want to grab this and throw it all into my mouth right now. Oh, I love bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? So this bacon I am not going to drizzle with syrup. This is going to be bacon, you know, for a breakfast or, you know, avocado sandwiches or, you know, anything like that. So I'm not going to be putting extra sweetness on it. Okay. Get the towel. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one end of your paper and pull it forward, okay? And then the other, and cover it. And if your bacon's long, it will curl with the paper, but that's okay. All right? Then you're going to turn it, and you're going to start rolling it up. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, you can see it. Okay, so fold the edges over like that, and then roll it. Like you're doing a, I don't know, big cigar or something. Okay, like that. You just keep gathering it and tucking it. If you don't want to use the paper, just shove it in a jar. But I like using the paper. Okay, you see that? And then you just take your jar and you pack it in your jar. Now you can push it down. It's not going to hurt it. See that? See how it just pushes down? Okay. Now that's one way to do your bacon. Now here's the other way. These are the bacon bits. So if you want them in a salad, scrambled eggs, you know, crumble them on the top of a maple donut, anything. Just anything. So you just got your jar, and this isn't a full pint. I'm just going to start spooning it in. And I really made sure I really worked with getting the grease out of it, but you can't get all the grease out of it. Now, after you're done canning it and it sits on your shelf for a while, the fat will solidify. It'll turn white, and that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay. All right. So with all that bacon, this is what I got. So I'm going to put the seal and the ring on. I'm not adding any liquid to this. This one's a little high because you got to leave that head space. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so with all that bacon, I got 1.5 pints. I'm going to pressure can this for 75 minutes, and I will bring you back to show you what it looks like when it's all done. Plus, I will show you what it looks like when it's cooled. Okay, it's all done. That's all the bacon that we got right there. Shelf stable. See the little bit of grease right down there? That's pretty good. If you cook it raw, if you can it raw, the whole thing is full. And it's a white, creamy mess. So that's why I choose to cook it first. Peace out, guys. Have a cool day. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for asking for me to redo the video.